everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of The Six Gun Tarot by R.S. Belcher. Alright, so I got my notes because I suck at these things. The Six Gun Tarot. So it's a book set in Nevada in 1869, and all the craziness and weird stuff happens in a town called Golgotha. 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 Anyway, so the town was first established back when the Argent Mountain was being mined for silver, but it eventually went bust, and so a lot of the inhabitants left. And those that stayed aren't quite sane. Like, there's something about them, like something more than meets the eye. So we start off our journey with a young boy named Will. He did some bad things back in his hometown, and now he's on the run. And the only things he has to remind him of home is his horse Promise and his father's jade eye. Will has been crossing a 40-mile-long desert, aptly named the 40 Mile, to reach Virginia City, but like days ago he ran out of water. So now him and the horse, they're like super dehydrated and super close to death. So enter Mutt and Clay, a Native American shunned by his own people, and a man of science, like completely obsessed with death and things that surround and just involve death in general. They save Will and Promise, and they bring them to the city of Golgotha so that they can, rest up and, get rehydrated and get supplies and everything. So at first, Will does not plan on staying in Golgotha. He wants to go to Virginia City to work on the railroad. But an emergency happens, and he's like deputized by Mutt, because Mutt is he's a deputy. So that was really fun. Anyway, that emergency is just like one part to the many layers of the plot of this story, which is a primordial darkness, like the original darkness, like beginning of time original darkness, is stirring beneath the Argent Mountain. And as the chains that hold it there, that bind it, weaken, things freaking happen. We have angels, we have a man who has cheated death several times, a mayor with biblical secrets, a woman who belongs to a secret order of like pirates and assassins. That was super cool. And a cast of other unique and interesting characters. There are so many moving parts and hints and secrets, and it was really fun watching them all kind of like weave together and see where they ended. All the characters were nicely fleshed out, and I connected to them very well, even if some of their reasonings or actions didn't really make sense at first. It's like one of those things where like you'll read something, and then a couple of pages later or whatever, you'll be like, oh my god, it makes sense now, I totally get it, In terms of world building, there wasn't like a whole bunch of world building. There wasn't really much needed. If you've ever seen like a Western, like Little House on the Prairie or anything with like, was it John Wayne, right? And the little Western towns, that's pretty much what it is. And like up on a mountain, like there wasn't a whole bunch needed. The locations and the descriptions given for them, they were very adequate. I had no problem following along. In terms of plot, the plot was really interesting. At bare minimum, it's about good versus evil. So I do want to bring up that there are some religious type questions brought up. So I am non-religious. That means like pretty much I don't actively practice any type of religion, and honestly, like the whole religious aspect of the book did not bother me at all. There's a lot of Mormons in the town, Catholics and Christians. It's just a really nice group. There's also some Chinese mythology in the book as well, which I found really interesting. But like I had no problem reading any of it. It didn't like affect me in any way. I didn't want to like throw the book or anything like that. The religious aspect in the book ties in very nicely with the plot. I don't know, maybe if at first you have reservations, at least give it a shot. Like, it's not all like believe in God, believe in God. It's not like throwing religion in your face. It's just It's just there, you know? Like I said, it's pretty much about good versus evil and like all the craziness in between. And it was super, super fun. What did I rate? I think I ended up rating it 4.5. It's like 4.5 stars. It was almost a 5-star read for me. Alright, that is it for my spoiler-free review of The Six Gun Tarot by R.S. Belcher. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Maybe consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. I will leave my Twitter and Goodreads accounts linked down below, like I always do, in case you want to follow me on any other social media for stuff. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.